Edit this.
There's a different one. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bass and Brews, your weekly distraction from high-quality podcasts. I'm Alex. He's Paul. That's Andrew. You don't know him yet, but you will. Hey, everybody.
Bullshit. Hold on. Bullshit.
Well,
the
they
high-quality
do.
podcast that we are trying to like, take people away from is he is the high-quality podcast.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
the personification of everything you hate.
That's it right there.
Whoa.
Listen, it's not a lot when we have, if we're punk rock, it's not a lot that we have adult contemporary rock on. So,
like Stephen Curtis Chapman over here. Yeah,
exactly. Tracy Chapman. You are the Tracy Chapman of to our punk rock, to our Sex Pistols.
I thought Tracy Chapman was a dude for like the first 20 years of my life.
So did everybody.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second, that's a girl?
Who was the saxophone guy with the permed hair back in the 90s?
Kenny G, bro.
Kenny G. Yes.
Andrew's
the Kenny G of fishing podcasts.
He's the elevator music of fishing podcasts. All right. Before we get too far, real big news. We talked about it last week. Happy episode 200, all you dirty, degenerate brewskis. Thank you. We appreciate all of you. We'd appreciate you more if you head over to patreon.com/bassandbrews. Help support the show. Gives you access to Last Call with Alex and Paul, the Patreon exclusive live show we do every month on a Friday. We sit down, we talk to you guys. It's a fantastic time.
Hey, I have something because I'm going to forget it if I don't do it now, and Patreon brought it up. Our Patreon members, you don't have to be a Patreon member to do this. But if you have a fishing person on Instagram, RIP, TikTok, YouTube, any of them, podcasting, if you have some suggestions of people that you want us to have on, slide into the Instagram DMs. Do not slide into the Facebook DMs because it's too much work. Slide into the DMs on Instagram. Email us at bassandbrewspodcast@gmail.com.
Nope, it's bassandbrews@gmail.com.
There you go. That's what I meant. And send us who you would like to have on. And you'll get extra points if you can make that connection if we don't already have it.
Hey, listen, the only reason Paul's saying that is you guys all know we were heavy on the TikToks, and the TikToks is fucking dead. So we're going to have to, and we know there's great creators, there's great anglers out there, wonderful people to be on the show. We are going to be transitioning more into YouTube, right? And then back to, we're going to, with the tail between our legs, we're going to whimper back into Instagram now that TikToks is gone. So
we got a little bit of ground to make up to catch up to the content creators on those platforms.
Listen, Paul, you know what it was? We tried to be too young. We tried to get that young demographic in fishing, which is like, we did do a good job, but big government said no more TikToks for you. So, hey, Paul, did you go over to that other app yet?
Which one?
I think it's called like Red something.
Blue Sky.
No. That's for Twitter. It's like Red something. It's like TikTok, but it's only for Chinese people and all these.
Yeah, it's even more Chinese.
Dude, it's so bad that
owned by China.
It's so bad that they basically took anybody who comes from an IP address outside of China and put them all on the same server. So you can go over there, and it's basically like all those idiots at school who weren't behaved enough to be in class, and they put them all in a classroom together on our own server.
Perfect place for Alex. Andrew, he didn't get his GED, so you.
I did get my GED. I did get my GED.
He didn't graduate.
Yeah, who's fucking dumb now, Paul?
All right, GED. What's GED stand for?
General Education Degree.
My man, look, everybody, snaps for Alex.
No, stop it with this. No, Andrew, don't do it. Don't do the fucking snaps. Don't do it.
Snaps for Alex.
I thought he forgot about it. We're not doing the snaps. We're not doing the snaps.
Do you have a full-on soundboard?
He does.
Yes, I do.
What all do you have on there?
Little fucking
yeah.
Stone Cold.
All right.
We're going through all of them. Our guest asked, so we're going through
Just
all of them.
WWE entrances. That's all it is.
This is my favorite here. Oh, the Heavy.
What?
If anybody knows who the Heavy is,
They
they're
know.
British. They're a British band that does like, oh my God, they're so awesome.
All right. Paul, get it together, Paul.
Ooh,
Paul,
this
get
is
it
good,
together.
Andrew, listen.
I'm sorry I asked about the soundboard.
Alex is so mad at you right now, Andrew.
I
Look,
am.
that
Hey,
used to be one of our segments called Bass or Ass.
Yeah.
But every time that we would put the ass sound on,
We got flagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we've got
there's
Andrew
another one.
from Tackle Talk Podcast onto the show today. Would you stop?
I can't stop it. Once I hit
Andrew,
the button,
that's
that shit's got to play through.
so Andrew thought that it was like a professional soundboard. It plays sound, but then it has to play all the way through because he doesn't
Yeah,
know how
I
to
had to make
stop
it
it.
stop.
It's the one
not
button that just
professional.
sends the whole sequence.
It's basically
Ooh, I bet I could set that. What's this one? Last button. I don't know what this one is. Might be nothing. Okay.
broken glass. Solid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the show now, Paul? You done clicking buttons?
Hey, I did what our guest asked me to do.
We've got Andrew from the Tackle Talk Podcast on the show. As Paul said, we are your weekly distraction from high quality. Andrew has that high quality podcast. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. This will be fun. This is very different than what I do weekly.
No, is
Yes.
it? Is it?
Yeah. A nice break.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't break anything else besides your
Hyman.
what you do every week. Hey, I will
Oh.
say this: 2025 is the year of perseverance for
Okay.
Bass and Brews podcast. I've been trying to get Andrew on for over a year now,
Yeah.
and we finally made it happen. I mean, I was sending him feet pics and hand pics,
Hand?
and hand. I mean, I sent him the pictures of my crusty ass knees, and that's when he finally said, "Hey, man, yeah, I'm ready to come on." So I
You
guess
learned
he's
one
a
of my
new guy.
worst character flaws is just texting back in general.
It
I'm the
happens.
worst. I'll be
Yeah.
like 3 weeks. And I'll be like, oh, I never responded to. Like, I'll respond in my head. I'll read something. I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll just talk out loud to what the answer should be. And then
Yep.
like a month later, like, I never sent that.
I do that all the time. Ask Ramon. Ramon texts me all the time. And then all of a sudden I look down to go like text him something like random. And I'm like, oh shit, there's 9 texts that I
Yeah.
never responded to.
Whoops. My
But I
real
do the
friends
same
know
thing.
me that all if they need an answer from me, they will send me a message on like Instagram or Facebook or something because they know that I know that they saw I opened it because it'll say that I read it. So they know that I have a lot more like skin in the game, like, oh, I gotta respond to this. They saw that I opened it. Where texts, I'll just let them sit there for
Now,
a month.
to your defense, when this started, I was hitting you up at like every time was at the busiest time of your actual real career.
Yeah,
And so
that's like
you were
3/4
like,
of the
man, I
year."
can't do it. And then I would forget for 3 or 4 months, and I'd text you back, it's like, oh man, I can't do it. But here you are now. You're here. And again,
Yeah.
2025, the year of perseverance
This is
for
it.
Bass and Brews, because
That's it.
I mean, hey, we got it.
No,
We got it.
Paul, you named it with him, with Clint last week, with Jamie the week before. We've been
Yep.
coming up because everybody knows 2024 was the forever feral year for Bass and Brews. That's the year we went off the hinges. We learned some. We learned we learned boundaries, and we learned how to fuck those boundaries up sometimes. But this year, that's it. It's the year of perseverance for Bass
Year
and
of
Brews.
perseverance.
Listen, Bass and Brews is like herpes. We go away for a little bit, but we're never fully going away. We're there forever.
We show up the night before your important date, the day before prom,
Yep.
that's
Big
when
old right
we
on the
show
lip.
up.
That's
Yep.
us.
Yep. When you're going on your Bumble date and you're all excited because this is the best Bumble you've ever bumbled.
Yeah.
Here's Bass and Brews.
To
We're there to
fumble
make
that
we're there to
to
make
fumble
your,
that bumble.
Yeah.
She gets in the car and your car auto plays Bass and Brews on accident, like the worst
Done.
part of the conversation. You're like,
Instantly turns her into the Sahara Desert. Automatically. She is just done with it. She calls the cops somehow, it's a whole deal. But the good thing is that we hooked up a deal. Are we ready to announce this deal, Paul?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm glad Andrew almost made the perfect
you're going to hear
segue.
this at the same time that I do, along with the listeners. I have no idea what's going on.
We just found out that this week, on top of the normal podcasting platforms that we're on, Bass and Brews, because we know you people that listen to us are a bunch of degenerates, will now be played in all county jail lockups in the state of Alabama. So if you go in there, you get locked up for a Dewey, or you pushed a dwarf over because you thought they were a cone, but really they were just wearing orange leggings. If you did that, guess what you get to listen to? Episode 197. Go look it up.
Hey, good metaphor, Alex. Did that happen to you recently? Is there a reason why you bringing up pushing dwarves over?
No, I rewatched SNL, and there was one skit, and they used to call it a human traffic cone, and that's just when a dwarf is wearing a lot of orange directing traffic.
Didn't Wee Man dress up as a cone or something for Jackass or something like that? Or they put one on his head? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it comes on, again, my algorithm on this thing is completely ruined. Like when you scroll through the things it gets, I get micro wrestling all the time. It'll be like roll call, and it's like 30 of these people in a row, and they all have the weirdest names and cross-eyed, and they're like different color contacts, and they've all got like a persona. Micro Jackson, and like all these, it's one by one, and just like,
Andrew,
that's my job.
This 100% happened because when your phone got Bass and Brews in it, it right away started pulling up micro wrestling.
Yeah,
because Alex loves wrestling.
I do.
And he's not a midget,
short,
but he's fucking short. So your phone was like, "Ooh, Bass and Brews podcast. Andrew will love micro wrestling.
He's gonna love micro wrestling."
I just look at like I've never asked for any of this. I hate wrestling in general. I don't know any midgets. I don't like what. Where's this coming from?
Andrew, are you married?
Yes, I am.
You know what it is? It's when you're asleep, your wife is watching wrestling and going, "Man, I wish Andrew would put on spandex and do this." You know what I mean? And your phone's like, "Hey, Mrs. Hayes wants a little micro wrestling, but the macro size," and bam, you got it.
The worst is like they'll post clips because you fall down the rabbit hole when you watch.
Oh yeah.
There's like 7 people in the crowd watching these people, and they are in full costume. They're traveling around the country, probably in the same.
Are you watching the short form of this?
Oh yeah, I'm not watching the.
Watching the whole thing.
I fall down the rabbit hole and scroll down their whole. This
I'm gonna fuck up your whole phone because I have your phone number now. I'm gonna do nothing. I watch the YouTube videos because they're even funnier because they have like behind the scenes clips of it where they're like, I can't, because those short people got them big Bailey butts, right? They got like them big asses, and they can't get the spandex on. It takes like 3 little people to get them into these spandex, dude. It's the funniest thing ever. Your text box is going to be full of it.
I mean, it's listening to me right now, so I guarantee when I get off here, it's going to be
except for it's going to be nothing but little people that look like Bailey Egbert.
Let's see. I'm going to go to my reels right now,
down.
and just I'm going to exit out.
Do you
and
like
go to my
kitty
reels.
cats? Do you like kitty cats?
I have a cat. I don't like my cat.
Good.
All right. Good. Well, I'm gonna start sending you kitty cat videos too because all of my good friends get kitty cat videos.
What?
Yeah, I love kitty cats.
Really? Or are you joking?
No, I love fucking cat. I love cats. If I had 20 cats, if I could have 20 cats,
I'd fuck all of them.
I would have. No, what? That's gross. Ooh. No, I love kitty cats. They're awesome.
Oh, I've got like I don't know how much he weighs, dude. He's probably got to be like 30 pounds. Just the orange Garfield cat. He's like a full-on real-life Garfield. Nice. Belly drags on the ground when he walks around. Completely worthless. Doesn't do anything. Just
goddamn. Sounds
huge
like
and fat.
That's what I look like. It does
sound. You just described Paul. Just orange, big, worthless, does nothing, doesn't contribute.
When my wife goes to get in the shower, I look like a big orange cat, belly dragging, walking in, trying to sneak a peek.
He's just checking if she has lasagna.
I start purring.
Girl, put them clothes on. Make me lasagna. All right, Paul, do your stupid segue into the intro.
Andrew Hayes, welcome to Bass and Brews podcast, your weekly distraction from
We already
quality
did that.
podcast content. This is episode 200. You are episode 200. How did we make it this far? I don't know.
Yeah.
How did we make it this far?
Persistence.
But we did.
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
You're here. We're here. What's the journey? What's your fishing journey that brought you where you are today? Bass and Brews, episode 200.
That's a great question.
Do you even fish?
Yes, I do fish. Thank goodness.
Okay.
Unlike a lot of people in the fishing world nowadays.
Oh, shots fired. I
Don't
wish I
fish.
had a damn button
Yeah.
for
Is he
that.
Where's the
taking shots-
Yeah,
I feel like he's
that-
taking shots
Yeah.
fired at me directly. Fuck you, Andrew.
Do you not fish?
No, I do.
You fish. Yeah.
Not as much
Not-
as people would like me
Not
to.
really.
You're not one of these
I
people.
mean-
Listen, the biggest thing in the world that bugs me is you'll like watch people on, I don't know, whatever it is, Instagram or whatever, and you can tell like they don't fish, they just take pictures of baits and they just pander to us fishermen, like because they know that we're stupid and we see shiny objects and we'll follow them and
Yep.
interact with them or whatever. But it's like, I've scrolled through for 3 years and haven't found a picture of this person actually holding a fish. They just have a bunch of fishing tackle.
And you know what? Those are the people taking money from the actual pros.
Yeah,
They're
they're
taking a
taking our
piece of the pie.
they're turker gerbs. Yeah, they're just-
Bakanakawaka Street. Anybody
Uh,
know? Alex, do
no.
you know what we're talking about? Do you know what I'm talking
Waka
about?
Street
Bakanakawaka Street. Durka
sounds like a Muppet or something.
That's
talk-
exactly what
Are
it
you talking
was.
about
Team
America?
America.
Yeah, Team America.
Yeah.
Oh
Durka
yeah.
Durka Street. That's what it was called. Or it was
Did you-
Durka. And they
Did you see the
Bakanakawaka.
concert that they did where it was like they did all the South Park stuff live at Red Rock?
Yep.
No.
Super cool. They did the Team America stuff too. Awesome. Yeah,
Team
look that
America
up
is one
after
of the greatest fucking films to
this.
have ever been
Matt Damon. Which I hate. Dude, if I had $1, I don't see it, but I probably got
I do. As soon as you
I don't know,
fucking said it, as soon as you
10,000
said
times in my life. People are
Yeah.
like, you look like Matt Damon every time I meet somebody new.
it, I
Every
see
time.
it. I see
And
it
it's-
now.
I don't at all. I just look like generic white guy, I guess. Yeah, Matt
That's
Damon.
Matt
kinda looks like
Damon.
generic
Yeah.
white guy.
Holy shit.
No beard.
He does.
Holy
But I get
shit.
it all the time. And the only thing I can think of anytime someone says it is just Matt Damon.
Hey, Andrew, do you like apples? How do you like these apples?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's Jason Bourne.
That's Jason Bourne.
No,
I hate
this is like
I don't get
Jason
it. I don't see it at
Bourne's
all.
little stepbrother. It's not. Yeah, it's not full.
Yeah.
Not even.
Andrew, I met you in person. You probably don't remember. It's been 3 years ago now, but
That's
I met you
creepy.
in person, and you look small on camera, and
Dude, I'm
the
small.
camera does you justice because you're you're a skinny human being.
Yeah. I'm little, dude.
You're
I'm like,
not as short as Alex, but you are a fucking beanpole.
yeah. I'm just little.
It's
That's why
because
you
his
don't like
cat.
your fat. That's
It's
why you
'cause
don't
his
like your
cat's
fat
eating
cat.
all his
'cause
food.
you know how cats will come sleep on you at night. And you're like, what the fuck's that smell? And you open your eyes and the butthole's right in your face. But your
No,
cat comes.
He's not
and
allowed
lays
in
on
my
you.
bedroom. Cat's not allowed in the bedroom.
Bullshit. Yeah, because when he lays on you, you can't breathe. He's like
Yeah,
suffocating.
I would
He's like,
Yeah, I'm tiny, dude. I'm like, I don't know, 145 maybe, soaking wet, like
How tall are you?
5'8". Yeah,
How
like
tall are you?
5'9" probably.
Oh my God, you have almost 7 inches on Alex.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, you
But you
guys
know
are
what?
gonna.
I
see
also
the
look
truth
tiny,
of
I
it.
can't do what you guys have. I can't do that thing.
Yeah, you can't grow a beard.
This is all I got.
Yeah,
You know
Matt
what the
Damon
secret
can't
is?
do it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the secret is to growing a beard?
Puberty that I never hit.
Wow. Wow. Well, great self-own. I didn't think
Yeah.
of that. I wanted to be nice, but actually the secret to growing a beard is to quit shaving. At some point it'll grow.
I would just look like a homeless 10-year-old.
A mangy mutt.
Yeah, I would. It wouldn't actually
Homeless.
grow. It would just be.
You
Gross.
could be Cricket from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just a homeless, patchy bearded little guy, just working your way through the micro wrestling ring. You know, just working your way up the ranks. You'd be the tallest guy there, so you got the
Stop
height
talking
advantage.
about it because it's gonna even more in my phone's list.
I can't wait till tackle talk turns into micro wrestling talk.
Oh, gosh.
That's gonna be a side project. You think you get Bill Dance to do an intro for micro wrestling talk? Micro wrestling talk.
I'm Bill Dance, and you're listening to what's this?
Micro wrestling.
What's that say? Y'all
What?
talking about dwarves wrestling?
You talking little people, little guys wrestling.
But that's it. That's the whole podcast because you really got to brand everything. You do a micro podcast for it. It lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's it. You can pump out 8 of them bitches a day.
A day? You pump out like 30 of those a day. I mean, that's only like, what, 45 minutes, 60 minutes?
Oh, Paul, we should do that. We should split our podcast into micro chapters. Yeah.
We are always given the best ideas that nobody ever uses,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want to take them after we give them to our guests because we want them to run and be successful. We should start. All these great ideas we have. We should start doing it with all our infinite free time.
What's the? Hold on. Hold on. It just what's it? It skipped my, and I'm sure you know, Andrew. When you do the bait casting for micro lures, what's that called?
BFS.
There we go. BFS. You should do a BFS tackle talk, and it's fucking 15 seconds long. And you just say BFS tackle talk, and that's it. And then you just end it. And then the next episode.
No, you got to get something at the end, though. BFS. Something.
Is it good? And then you end it. And you could do 2 minutes will last you 6 months. And you could do that as a Patreon only channel.
Oh.
Hey, Andrew, back to the original question. What's the journey that's brought you here to where you are today?
I mean, I was born in South Central Ohio where you didn't have anything else to do. So you just kind of like were redneck kids growing up. And that was one of the things that you could do and didn't really cost any money. And you could do it all summer long is ride your bike somewhere to some little creek and tromp around and fish. And that was basically it. So like I did that for, junior high and high school and all that stuff. And then I went away to college for 4 years. And then when I came back really like after college is when I got really back into it again. So like I fished my whole life, but I really started taking it super seriously like a year after I got out of college, probably since
Wait a minute. You're not in high school?
No, I know. It looks like I've said this before. It looks like I'm about to take my fourth grade picture right here with my background, but
it really does. Hold on.
It does.
Hold on.
God,
it really
does look like it.
Hold on, but
God,
all I can picture...
it looks like an elementary school picture. Pose for us, Andrew.
Hey, another $1 million idea. Andrew, you're going to have to be the figurehead of this one. It's an offshoot of Bassmaster, but it's micro Bassmaster. We do nothing but get little people on paddle boats, right? Like those little ones with like a swan on it, and we have them go out there and fish, and we call them like...
Those are pedal boats.
No, they're paddle boats. Anyways, we name them after other anglers. So we're like, here's little Mike Iaconelli, and it's just some dwarf just going like, never give up.
Oh, that would be fun. Who
micro
the names
Iaconelli.
that you can come up with for people?
Micro Ike.
Yeah.
Micro Ike. KVM. That's Kevin Van Micro.
Micro. Yes, this is it. This is a collaborative project. Andrew, we're going to need you to do everything, and then we'll come up with the names.
We were doing this the other day. I don't know how this came up, but we were at work. We were coming up with names for, I guess there was a cover band called Little Kiss that was just like little people dressed up as Kiss. And so then we were thinking, like, think of all the band names you could come up with. I had like Dwarf Leopard. We had what else? There was Shrink 182.
Oh my God.
There was Micro Jackson was one of them. There was
not Shrink.
Floyd. It's
got to be Dink 182.
Dink 182.
Dink 182.
But I'm telling you, Andrew, you be the Bill Dance of the Micro Bass Fishing League, the old MFL, because that one's gone now, right? Oh no, Major League Fishing is still around.
No, they're all still here for now.
Yeah.
It was the Hobie series for that is now.
But
now
I think that's it. That's it. Yeah.
R.I.P. Hobie.
R.I.P. Hobie.
You're up there. You're up there in the heavens with TikTok.
Looking down on us.
Yep.
Is TikTok gone? I don't have TikTok, so I don't know.
Sunday
it
looks like.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
I know. I have to talk to my family.
They followed to the dark waters.
I'm kind of pumped about it as an outsider. It's going to do us all some good, man. We all get to go touch grass.
Do you still
and-
live in Southern Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to hear about it.
Speaking of
Why?
Southern Ohio,
Because you
and
live,
growing
okay,
up-
so one, your whole state, Gen Alpha, has like songs about it. Like born in Ohio, die in Ohio, nothing in Ohio, die in Ohio. My kids are singing the song. And I'm
Why?
like, because Ohio is like the word, you know how the kids have the dumb language of like skibbity and
Oh yeah, all the like brain
Riz.
rot.
yeah,
crap.
so
Yeah.
correct. So if you want to tell somebody that they're dumb and not going to do anything, you go, hey, why don't you just go to Ohio? And that's
Wow.
like
We're a
the-
slur
Wow.
for dumb people.
Yep, you're a
Oh, no, I
brain
mean,
rot
it's on
slur.
brand. It works. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
But
what?
no,
truth
these TikTok kids. I've been down at the river like at night fishing, and you'll turn around
In a
and there'll be some like 17-year-old person with their phone on a tripod dancing out there to some song that they can barely hear, and you're looking and you see it in the wild happening, and you're like, you know what? We deserve whatever's about to happen to us.
You know
You know
what?
what? You
Get
know
into
what? You're
this.
like, that's exactly what I'd look like filming fishing videos to the average person.
I don't film fishing videos.
So
Paul
you-
beat me to it. That guy
Exactly.
was doing it because he was like, "Oh, look, it's a fellow young person just like me."
Hey, that kid's filming his fishing videos and he's in high school. Let's dance behind him. We can be
It's
bras.
the worst thing in the world to watch. I was like, oh, this is what they look like in
Well,
real
so,
life. You
Andrew,
look
here's-
dumber than I
here's-
thought.
Here's the problem, though. All those people have to go somewhere, so they're going
Yeah.
to Instagram or
gulags.
they're going to YouTube.
Yeah,
Going to the
gulag.
gulags.
The gulag.
Come out somewhere.
I will say the funniest thing about this is I love watching all these people on TikTok, and some of them, like, I get it. Like we've built a community. It sucks we're losing it over there, right? But some of them are legitimately
them
going
money.
like, they're like, well, these people have, and they're like, this is bullshit. I'm gonna have to get like a job now. This is not fair. And I'm like, those people, I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Hold on. That is why people always tell content creators they get big on one platform to start posting their shit on the other.
Yep.
They don't have you don't have to do anything special. Just post that shit on the other platforms because
Well, the
they
other
can
platforms.
they
The
can
other
delete
platforms
your
don't want the
account.
guy dressed as Spider-Man going, oh, thank you. Oh, roses. Squeak, 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 squeak. Nobody wants that. Like,
the SM.
oh,
Ugh,
oh, God.
the worst.
Crazy.
That's, God, I want to throw up.
Hey, Alex,
Paul.
I've got the perfect thing for TikToks.
Yeah.
This is for TikTok, but here we go.
Who are the young college girls going to sleep with?
Who?
There.
Where?
That was it.
Where are all the TikTokers gonna go?
See, why are they taking that away from us? I'm like, why are they taking that national treasure of a man away from us?
It's crazy. I will say this: YouTube is like TikTok 3 years ago, though. That's just the wild, wild west. You can't see like skin, but you can see booty. You can see the three B's.
I can see Andrew
Booties.
looking it up now. He's like, really?
Booties,
No shit.
boobies,
Have you guys
and
been on
backs.
Twitter in the past year?
Yeah,
No.
Twitter's wild, wild.
Twitter, you
Instagram,
can't open at work anymore.
No, it is full.
You need a VPN for Twitter
Yeah,
nowadays.
what
Dude, it's
is going
bad.
on? And mine's a lot of death. That's what mine is. Mine's
You
a
got
lot
death?
Hey,
of. My algorithm's deep in the death.
Is
it's
it
like
faces of death? Like
no,
people
it's like-
dying?
Andrew's
yeah, people
not,
dying.
Andrew's not old enough
Yeah.
for Faces of Death. That's back
Hey,
in the
so
90s.
Andrew, there was back in the old days, there was this series on VHS called Faces of Death. And the best thing is it was in like the sports section at the Blockbuster. So you could convince your dad to get it because you're like, oh, it's just extreme sports. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Whatever. Just grab it. And then when you got it, it was like simulated
People
death
dying.
scenes. Most of them were simulated, but then they snuck in like 2 or 3 legitimate people
Sneaking in
dying.
a snuff film.
Yes.
Bungee
Oh
jumping.
my god.
Like, I remember that bungee jumping was a big one. This is when bungee jumping became, they were trying to outlaw it all over the place because people were dying.
I specifically remember the one we were sitting there at a party and somebody brought it, and we're drinking shitty beer that we got some bum.
Colt 45?
No, I think this was Hurricane Ice.
Ugh.
And somebody put it on, and the first scene was a legit one of a track meet, and somebody throws the javelin, and then this dude runs across the track field and just gets fucking impaled
Shish
through
kebab.
the neck. Yeah, and we were like, "Oh shit! All right, everybody do a shot. Shotgun your beer now, like, and we're gonna take a shot every time it looks real." And that was our drinking game.
Oh, do you remember? I mean, early internet, there was some wild.
Those
Remember
crazy.
the I don't know what it was called, but it was like in Ukraine somewhere. It was like these two guys that would run around with a hammer and just like kill homeless people with a hammer, and that was like a video that went around the internet forever.
Did you ever see the
two-
BMI Pain Olympics?
Yep, the Pain Olympics.
Do you know that one, Paul? Oh, there's
No, I
at
know
one
Two
point
Girls,
where they
One Cup.
cut. Oh no, this is way more.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about it.
The BMI one that I really remember. I don't know if it's actually gonna get us in trouble, but at one point they scissor a wiener to look split.
Like a hammer worm.
Like a banana peel. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
bad.
two
not
girls,
watching
one
that.
cup.
Real. It's all completely real. Yeah.
Two girls, one cup was gross, and then there was the Mr. Hands video was pretty
Mr.
gnarly.
Hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rest in
Oh.
peace, bud. Rest in peace.
So
Hey,
Just-
so Andrew, you
Internet
grew
sucked.
up in high school in Ohio fishing. In college, you got really
What a
into
segue.
fishing.
that's
What does
great.
that
Power
mean?
through. Keep going.
What does it's pretty fucking bad when I got to bring the Tackle Talk host. I got to rein him.
What are
and
we going to
Alex.
talk about?
Well,
Tackle?
first of all, this is bullshit. I got to rein Alex and the cleanest podcast in America, fishing podcast in America. I got to ring both of them in. This is some bullshit, right? I need to drink more. Anyway, you said you got serious into it when you were in college. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So what you
I
don't
wish.
videotape your stuff. We don't see any content of you really fishing. How did where'd the podcast come from? Did you just like sit down on the toilet one morning and we're listening to a podcast and said, "Man, I can do this shit way better than Mike Anelli"?
No, it was the opposite. It was like, so I think, I don't know, I started mine in like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. But it was like, it was early on. It was one of the
It was that-
first
I didn't
bass
know it was
fishing
that old.
podcasts,
Wow.
basically. It was, so I spent a lot of time in the truck for work. I drove around and put a lot of pavement miles in and stuff, driving to meetings and stuff. And I used to listen to a bunch of sports shows and Dan Patrick and Pardon My Take and all that kind of stuff. And I loved them. And then there was just one day I was just sitting in the truck, and I mean, I'm ate up with bass fishing, obviously. So I was like, I should just look for, I bet there's a bass fishing one of these shows on here somewhere. So I looked into it, and the only two shows at the time that were really out were Bass Talk Live, but that's a lot more tournament stuff, obviously.
Right.
And then Ike had like Ike Live that he was kind of doing, but again, that's more like in the basement with your buddies, shooting the bull, drinking some beer, and like loose fishing stuff. And so I was like, there's nothing really out there for semi-educational, like learn some stuff, actual structure to it. And so I took a lot of the things that I loved from, like, I'm a nerd, so I like listening to like things that I'm going to learn something, and something that if I dedicate my time to it, I come out better than when I started. It's just the way my brain's wired. And so there wasn't anybody doing that with fishing yet. And so I like waited for a while, and no one really made one. And I was like, you know what? I can probably try and make something, and we'll just see how it goes. So I made like 3 or 4 episodes. They're terrible. They're still up. The first episodes are awful, but it was like, I don't know.
Snaps for you for leaving the
No,
bad
we're not
episodes up.
Oh, they're
Snapping, but yeah, props to you, but we're not snapping.
I've said this before. When my phone connects to anything that's Bluetooth, it automatically plays whatever I only have one song, like an MP3 on my phone, and I don't know how to get it off. And it's the MP3 of the first episode that I ever made. So anytime I connect my phone to like Bluetooth or something, it starts playing the first episode of Tackle Talk, and I want to jump out of the car or whatever I'm in listening, and I hate it, and I don't know how to fix it, and it just does it every time. But it's a nice little like humbling thing, I guess. But
That's crazy you started in 2018, because that was early
It was a long
in
time
the
ago.
game for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I haven't listened to your earlier episodes, but
Don't.
yours is matter of fact, Alex,
Oh, no,
this
no.
up for the next few episodes. We're going to play clips from
Yep.
these first 2 or 3
Oh god.
episodes. On
We're
here
like
and
mind
shout 'em out.
melded. No, we are going to do like 10 minutes of your first episode just roasting the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Please do. It deserves it.
Well, you should go listen to some of the first episodes of Bass and Brews.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I don't think
yeah.
I've listened to the first episode ever because
Don't
I don't
do it.
ever listen to the episodes, right? So, like,
I don't either.
I haven't
Yeah.
listened
I
to
edit
an
them and then
episode
I'm done with them. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to that ever
Yeah,
again. Just
bless your heart.
get it out of
Alex
we
and I
should
don't
do that,
edit,
Paul.
so we don't
we
have to
should
listen to ourselves.
we should live react like
we
Mystery
should.
Science Theater the
Or
first
do like
couple
I-
episodes.
Yeah, we should live react. That should be a Patreon. That should be a Patreon episode.
Hey, and remember, if you want to be part of that, go to patreon.com/bassandbrews.
So your podcasts are fairly short. Like they're
Yeah.
20-ish
Micro.
minutes or
Micro.
so.
Average.
Yeah, they're like
Micro.
they're usually 30 to 40 usually. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they're Alex episodes. They're shorter, full of content, but shorter. Were they that short to
Nothing
begin
wrong
with?
with Yeah, the first couple were probably 30 minutes too. That was the other thing. I was like,
Okay.
dude, ain't nobody got time to listen to me ramble for 3 hours about whatever. This is not a Joe Rogan, whatever. Like, I don't have that much to say. So I was like, I wanted it to be short and concise. And if you listen to it, there's no now there's not. There's no there's no ums. It's just bam, 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 bam for like
Gotcha.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
And so I wanted it to be something that someone could turn on Tuesday and like, you know, it gets them to work or, you know, to work and back. It's not something they have to dedicate a ton of time to listen to. It's just kind of like, all right, yeah, I can digest this on my commute or while I'm working out or whatever, and it's done. And you move on to the rest of your day because I don't have time to dedicate to listen to a 3-hour podcast. And I don't think many other people do either. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna go fairly short. Your guys aren't 3 hours. Your guys are like an hour and a half.
No,
we
got-
there was a long period where we did 3. I think the most is almost 4
they
hours.
were about 2 hours. No, we never did a 4 hour. There were quite a few in the 2 hour range. Matter of fact, Alex. So real quick, I'm going to be quick this story because
Everybody knows it.
I was guest number 9 or episode number 9, and Alex ran his podcast. They were set questions. It was we're done in 30 to 45 minutes.
Yep.
Boom, in and out. I think we recorded almost 2 hours. And
With just when I had Paul on,
yeah, just me as a guest. I wasn't the host. And then a few episodes later, he brought me on, and they were still kind of structured. And then Alex was in the Coast Guard. He had to go underway, and they started getting a little bit longer. But he was still like, you could tell, like an hour in, Alex is over here.
like,
He's
all right, we're
fidgeting.
done.
He's starting to touch
Like-
his face and shit. He's like, I don't know, gotta get the
Straight
shotgun
tap
wrap
out.
up.
It's like, all right,
Yep.
let's go.
And
Yep.
then when he was gone the first
Oh,
time,
this
I was doing
motherfucker
like
went
2 hour
ham.
episodes and shit. It was, and he came back and he was like, what the fuck's going on here? I was like, "Dude, it's been great. It's been a good time, blah, blah, blah. And people enjoyed it. And so we started doing longer. But yeah, we had, I did Greg Blanchard. It was 3.5 hours.
Yep.
Sometimes those are like with guests though. I feel like it's
Right.
a little different. Like if you listen to my
Yes.
guest episodes, they're definitely
Yeah.
closer
Yeah.
to an hour usually. At least.
Oh yeah. 3.5 hours of just me or Paul talk. No fucking way. No
Fuck
way.
No.
Look,
I'll do.
not
There's
only-
2 episodes a year that I'll have like basically me for 2 hours, and it's iCast and the classic. And that's
Oh, yeah.
basically
Well,
it. Like
that-
other than that,
yeah.
it's not happening.
What
Yeah,
are you gonna
that's-
do
yeah.
for the micro classic? Are you gonna do a another 2-hour episode for that? A lot of short stories on that one.
That would be awesome. I mean, you could even like even if it's not dwarfs. What if you just did like 10-year-olds or under? Like they're like
I
little
can't wait
kids
till-
out there.
I can't wait till you have
Jersey.
Junior Wheeler on. He's the
Dude, he's gonna be a
small
hammer.
There's actually a Junior Wheeler.
version. No, I'm talking about
He's got a kid.
Jacoby Wheeler.
Yeah, exactly. Junior
Junior.
Wheeler, his kid.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, that's that's your side shoot from Tackle Talk 2s, and you have all of
Tackle
the
Talk
professionals kids on, and they're like 10-minute episodes.
This
And
is
then you
like,
can make all the grown-ups. You can make all the grown-ups.
You can record them when you go to daycare with them.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Hi everybody, I'm Matt Damon, and we're here at Micro, the Micro Classic.
I can't unsee it, and that's all I can see. Like I can see you up there. You're in like a really shitty Sears suit, trying to look like all professional with a bow tie. You got a Bassmaster lunchbox, and you're like, we're gonna sit down and have snack time. We're gonna have some carrots and some berries, and we're sitting here with Micro Mike Iaconelli.
Yeah, well, his son ain't no micro no more, and he's a badass angler too.
He is.
Yeah,
Speaking
Vegas
of growing up,
I don't know
Vegas
how
is
old
good.
He is. He's got to be almost teenager, right? Gotta
yeah,
be.
he's 13, 14 at least. I think he's about the same age as my daughter. But speaking of micro anglers, Andrew.
Segway.
Yes. Alex can't spell segue. Anyway, we've already been through that many times. But you got into fishing in college, you started your podcast because you found a little niche that you saw nobody else was talking about. And you're talking about lures and baits and shit like that. What made you the fucking expert to be like, I'm going to go out here and talk about baits and lures like I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I think honestly it's why it worked, was because I'm not an expert.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I think it was just like, oh, this dude's just a regular dude, and he's sitting here saying that he hates this thing I also hate. Like, that's the other thing. No one was saying negative things about anything at the time. Like, everybody was all, oh, use my 17% coupon code for tungsten here. It's the best tungsten I've ever used in my entire life. You got to use it. That's what everything was. No one was saying like unbiased anything. And so you're like, okay, so I think my first episode is literally just trashing Z-Man. And I was just like, I hate your terminal tackle. Your hooks suck. If they look at a log or a rock or something that, Shroom's head is completely straight. And it's like, these things suck. Don't use them. Like that. I mean, I think it was a little refreshing to people. And they're like, oh, this dude's just a regular guy that fishes that hates.
Looks like a 90-year-old man's pecker when he tries to string it out.
I'm about to say, Andrew might have took a bad take on that. He was like, listen, this Ned rig, it's a fad. It's never going to fucking last. It's not good.
It's terrible. It's terrible. No, dude, I've been on the Ned rig for a long time.
You're in Ohio.
I'm in Ohio. I got no choice.
Yeah, that's right.
We live by the Ned.
Isn't that where the Ned rig originated? Was it Ohio or
no?
Missouri?
They're from Kansas.
Arkansas, Kansas. Okay.
We're all one in the same middle of nowhere, nothing. Yeah,
that is true. That's why you were talking about growing up fishing. I was like, what the fuck are you fishing? Cow ponds? You ever catching some
basically
floating cow patties and stuff? Yeah.
Farm creeks. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll make you appreciate catching the real fish.
Mm-hmm. No kidding.
All right, Alex.
I'm still laughing about the Woo tungsten because I specifically remember when I started doing like social media. I think it was called Titan Tungsten was another company.
That was another one. Yep.
And they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a pro staff member?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome! I'm like a pro." And then like I was like, "Oh, I don't get a discount to buy this shit, and then I got to advertise for you, and then your shit's just like everybody else's, but chips more."
Wait a second. Pro stands for promotional, not professional. What the heck? Darn it!
I was like, I can't believe they're making me a pro angler when I'm just on an Ascend 10T Bass Pro kayak.
Oh, the Ascend 10T days. I had one too for like 3 years.
Bass.
Oh,
I did too.
You kept it for 3 years.
Me too.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Well, shit, for you two, a damn 10T might as well been an 18-foot bass boat.
All right, just because you're only comfortable in that Titan or the giant Hobie and you're still too fat for it, and you popped a hole in that mix somehow. So you better have that thing fixed by April.
March.
All right.
Look, if I can't do it. I wish I could show y'all a picture of my kayak. All right, this is my kayak right now, okay? The back of it has paper plates. It has 4 gallons of, it has a box of 4 gallons of vinegar on it. It has Dr. Pepper vanilla on it. It has a Costco size box of Ziploc bags. I've got.
You starting a meth lab on the back of your kayak? What is this?
Listen,
It's a mobile.
Yeah,
it's a mobile.
It's got 2 more gallons of vinegar.
It's in North Carolina.
It has my aloe vera plant on the side.
Why is there an aloe plant?
Because that bitch got to come inside. I don't want it to die. I finally got the bitch to grow. It grew like 3 times its size this past year because I finally took care of it.
Maybe that's our problem, Andrew. We need to be inside more.
I
And then we'll
have
grow.
on the front of it is it might as well be Darren Schwinkbeck's boat because I've got
fucking-
2 oil containers sitting on the top that's probably been leaking into my front hatch for the last 3 months. It's got the grease gun leaking grease on it. I'm going to get in that bitch in March to go fishing for the first time. It's still going to have a hole in it. And I'm probably going to step in it and slide out. And it's going to look like the Exxon Valdez when I launch.
Paul, can you make sure that you now take that aloe plant with you for every tournament?
No,
Like,
there's
pack
no
that
way.
thing in.
That bitch is no. I don't want to ruin it.
Can you bring it in April at least to the campsite?
No.
When's the last time you used it? The kayak.
September,
Where do you live?
North Carolina. Look,
Why?
motherfucker. Listen, all right, here's so for like 5 tournaments, I would get back to the ramp and I use the Hobie wheels. And so
Okay.
I have them hooked up with bungee cords so I can set it on top of it, lift it up, the bungee cords bring the Hobie wheels in, right?
Yep.
And so I would go to lift that bitch up on the ramp. I'm like, God, what the fuck? This bitch is heavy. And I take out most of the heavy shit. And I'm like, damn, this bitch is heavy. I get back there to be water in it. Well, I have a front mount, bow mounted motor. So to deploy it and put it back in, I have to get on the very top of it and, suck it in water through the rod tubes. I'm like, damn, well, maybe it's that. Well, finally, I have a tournament in September. It was early September, I think. I didn't have the motor on. I got back, same thing. Go to lift. I'm like, this bitch is full of water. So I lifted up, before I drained the water out, I put it on the back of the truck. And I'm like, there's a hole somewhere here. And I found a crack in one of the scuppers. It's not all the way in the scupper. It's right there where the scupper bends back towards the back. And I see the crack and I'm like, fuck. And I'm just, at this point,
From the wheels, probably?
Yeah, 100% from
Yeah.
the wheels.
Is that under warranty or no?
My God, no. I'm like, oh,
Don't you have a lifetime warranty on that boat?
No, it's 3-year warranty.
Oh, I forgot. You don't have an Old Town like me.
And so, anyway, I have our TOC, which it ended up winning, and I get back and I load it up after that. I drained the water and I put it back in the garage, and it looks like the description I just gave y'all.
Oh, that sucks. I thought you just had it up because it was too cold down there and you weren't fishing for that long. No, okay.
Man,
I was about to judge you a little bit. Okay, no, it's because it's got an issue. Okay, completely understandable.
I will fish. I'll fish in 19. I've been fishing. The lowest I've ever been fishing, it was 18 degrees. We had a tournament 19 degrees about 4 years ago now. Like it doesn't bother. Plus, we got Sharon Harris here, which is a great blade bait lake, especially this time of year.
Yeah,
but
blade bait bite.
I mean, part of it's time, but part of it's I'm still distraught that bitch has a hole in it because I can't afford a new one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can fix that one, and I can't use the fucking Hobie wheels. Even
that's a hard place to plastic weld for sure in the scupper. Yeah.
And so I don't even look. And here's the deal: I can fish with it just like it is, and it's fine. I did it for 3 months, and I just have to drain the water. But I can't use the wheels anymore because even if I fix it, it's going to reopen it.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't fix it, it's going to make it bigger. And so I don't know how I'm going to unload and load that bitch because I don't have room for a trailer. Anyway,
what about one of those what about one of those
Fuck
flat bar ones, right? Those
like
wheels.
the Boondocks ones or whatever.
Yeah, the Boondocks one. That bitch is like $450.
Oh yeah,
that's a third the price of a new kayak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna have to end up doing is get one of them bitches. I've tried to load it in the back of the truck, but my kayak, like I have my H crate with the rods and shit in it. I take that out. I have my battery box. I can take that out. I had the motor. I can take it out, and I always did. I never rolled shit with all that stuff on it. But all the other shit in there still makes it heavy, even if I go to a ramp and back down the ramp and try to put the front on or whatever and load it up. Yeah, I can't.
Have you tried working out more, you fat fuck?
You know what, Alex? If I did work out more, I could probably make that happen. Okay. But you're too short to ever get it on the back of the tailgate.
That's not true. I car top on the Forester.
Yeah, but you unload all of your shit every time.
Yeah, unload all your shit. Unload all your shit.
No, you
get out of here. Take the aloe plant. Quit putting aloe plants and boxes of Dr. Pepper in your boat for a tournament. Yeah.
Good job, Alex. Hey, Andrew, did you ever do any tournament fishing, or was it all fun fishing and then podcasting?
I did. I mean, I'd done some kayak tournaments, like local stuff, nothing big. Like I never really traveled to go into the kayak stuff or anything because work schedule. Like I can't do anything. I'm stuck here basically. So, but we used to do Tuesday nighters, me and my buddy, and do boat tournaments and stuff around here every once in a while, just for fun. I mean, terrible lakes, not fun to fish, but just fun to get out and.
Fun to drink
Southern
tournament
Ohio
fish.
fishing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Bush lights and
yeah, you're going to Deer Creek Lake where if there's 25 boats and 4 pounds wins it, and you're like, okay, well, this is terrible. Oh, it's awful. It's Dead Sea. One of the worst lakes in the state of Ohio is where we did our Tuesday nighters most of the time. Yeah.
What made it interesting? All you had to do was catch that 1.5 pounder.
Oh,
and might be
the
money.
Maybe the first or second time we ever did it, my buddy's got my buddy has an old blue boat that we used to use, and it's an old Ohio company, and the company that made the boats is called Playtime. They're not around anymore. Terrible boat name. And even worse, the model of the boat was called the Predator. So it was a Playtime Predator. And so that's the boat that we have that we use and we did tournaments and stuff in, but it's just this super tiny boat. So we could get way up the creeks where none of the other guys could get to. And so we go way up one of the creeks to spots we know. We catch like 3 smallmouth in a all largemouth lake, obviously. So everybody would have known where they came from, but we got all the way up there and we're sitting there and it's like getting dark and we're about ready to go back. And we're like, all right, let's head back. And we were catching fish up there and we're like, or we could we're not going to win anything anyway. Just let these go and we'll keep fun fishing and we'll go back to the ramp later. So all right, so we dump those 3 fish back in and we start fun fishing. We catch a couple more. We come back to the ramp and they're about to pack up and we're like, hey, what won it? And they're like, 2 pounds. And we're like, we just threw away a couple $100. So then you're like, no, you never throw a fish away. You come back because all it takes is 1 or 2. Terrible place. Don't go there. But yeah, that was really the extent of my tournament fishing. Like tournament fishing's okay, but I would much rather go. Like I just like actual fishing. And I don't need anything to really get my juices going for fishing. Like fishing is fishing. And so that's the same reason sort of why I don't do any YouTube videos of myself fishing or anything. 2 reasons. 1, because I don't want to take away from just fishing. Like I just want to go fishing. I don't want to think about camera angles and audio and telling a story and intros and outros and looking like a weirdo out there filming myself. Hey guys, we're back here at the river today. We're going back out here. I don't want to do that. I just want to go fish. Like I like to fish. And so that's one of the reasons why. The other reason is because we fish such small water around here that you would burn every single spot that you go to within a day. Like I made the mistake when I first got into all this stuff, I posted 1 picture of myself fishing by where I work. I had like a 20-inch smallmouth in my hand and it was near a bridge that was somewhat recognizable. And I go to work the next day and there are 5 people down at that bridge, a place I'd never seen people before. And they are lined up like it's the dang walleye run. And you're just like, okay, I'm never doing this again. Like it's so easy to burn water around here. That's just, and we get mad at people, right or wrong, for videoing themselves fishing around here too. We're like, dude, I'm going to literally push you off your kayak. Get out of here. Like you see the GoPro on the chest, GoPro on the back, and it's like, I'm going to slit this guy's tires. We wouldn't do that, but police listening. I have never done that, but yeah, you want to.
Matt Damon would never slash your tires.
No. Matt Damon, aka Jason Bourne, would be smarter than that. He would take the valve stem out.
Yeah.
Dude, I had it
that
like
way it's not destructive. You take
this
the valve
past
stem
fall.
out.
We were going down the river, and there's an old guy with a kid on the bank, just old, almost looks homeless guy. And he goes, "We're just passing by." Ryan, if he's listening, my buddy Ryan was with us, and he goes, "Hey, you know who you look like?" I was like, "Don't freaking say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!" He goes, "You look like that movie guy." And I was like, "All right, we're getting out of here." Let's go. It never ends. It's the worst, and I don't see it at all.
Oh, I do now.
I don't understand
it. Maybe Matt Damon's younger years, like when he was in Patch Adams.
Pull this up here. Matt Damon wasn't in Patch Adams.
I know it's the other one. I can't think of the name, so I threw it out because he was in there. He was in the movie with Patch.
You're thinking
Adams.
of Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting, yeah. Pull it up. Why are you taking so long? There's too much quietness,
dude,
Andrew.
It is so spot on.
Let's see it. You got to put it side by side, Alex. Though you got to put the box beside Andrew.
How do I do that?
It's the Goodwill Hunting years for sure, or Dogma. He was real skinny in Dogma.
All right, I'm getting there. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, we can see. Oh,
I'm telling you. Hey,
it's
give that
one
little
right there.
smirk.
No.
Yeah, give that
look
little
at the
smirk.
Goodwill Hunting smirk. Yeah.
There. I can't wait. The title of this episode's gonna be Matt Damon loves
Special guest
fishing.
Matt Damon. Micro
Jason
wrestling with Matt
Bourne
Damon.
joins Bass and Brews.
Micro wrestling with Matt Damon.
Yeah, you
All
have
right.
to spell his name wrong. Got one T instead of two. And
No.
Daymon.
Nope, I'm going for the
Matt
clickbait.
Damon.
I'm gonna spell it Daamon.
Damon.
I'm gonna go back
Look.
and watch that movie now. It's been forever.
Andrew, if you would have never brought that up, we would have never brought that up. And
Nope.
so
I know.
anything
It
that
lives rent
happens-
free in my head.
anything that happens after this is all because of you, because we would have never even I didn't put it together. Alex did, but he wouldn't have brought it up. This is all
Oh, I
because of
didn't.
you.
I didn't have it until he said it. As soon as he said, "I look like it," I was like, "You said I look like a celebrity." I'm like, "Oh fuck, Matt Damon is on our show." Holy shit!
Alex, what's wrong with your left eyebrow? It looks like you have a permanent the people's eyebrow.
Oh,
It's just
my
like
eyebrows are a
stuck
little
up.
long. Yeah, my eyebrows are a little long.
Yeah, but quit
Thanks.
turning your head. Look, it's just stuck up in the people's eyebrow.
I think it's.
Damn,
Shut up.
dude, you need to go get them bitches trimmed.
They're thick, bro. Portuguese.
You got
Oh,
more hair on
Portuguese
your eyebrows
eyebrows.
than I do on my ass.
Okay, that's. Hey, so if you guys want to help
Welcome to
support
Bass and Brews, Andrew.
getting Paul's ass waxed, go to patreon.com. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm upset I didn't get a new bikini for the end of the year kegger this year.
Well, we have a chance. Again, if you should we announce that, Paul? Or yeah, we'll announce it. We talked about it on last call, right? But we're taking the money that you awesome producers, that's what we like to call the people that sign up for our Patreon channel. We're using that. Me and Paul are finally meeting. Andrew probably doesn't know, but like we've been doing this since forever now. It feels like not as long as 2018.
July 2021 was my
Yep.
first episode, and I came on in August. We've been doing this for coming up on 4 years.
And Paul and
Alex
I have
never
never met in real life.
What?
Yep, we've never met.
Oh,
So-
that's
I have-
weird.
Andrew, I've met you more times than I have Alex.
Yep.
And you don't even remember it. And it's kind of hurting my heart right now. Was at the kayak cushion booth
At the
Bassmaster
classic.
Classic.
Yeah. Yep. That was
He
the first time I'd
doesn't
ever
remember.
seen kayak cushions.
Oh yeah, man. Look, I'm sitting on a kayak cushion and I have the cush bar behind me.
Mm-hmm.
On
We
my
saw that
chair.
when you got up. But yeah, April 11th, the weekend of April 11th,
Ooh.
I am driving down to, I'm just ignoring him. I'm driving down to North Carolina, and me and Paul and I are going to meet for the first time. We're going to go
Whoa.
camping. We're going to get into some shenanigans over the weekend.
We're gonna record
it's
a
gonna
live
be a good time.
podcast.
What if
Yep.
this just only works digitally? What if you guys don't like each other in real life?
That's probably what's going to
Well,
happen,
I'm gonna
especially
hug the
after a
fart out
weekend.
of him to start off the bat. So,
Yeah.
but look, if I'll go back to my house, I don't have to hang out with his ass, and he'll be sleeping out in the cold by him fucking self in a land that he's never been.
Hold on, Paul. Paul, can you imagine that? Like we meet, and then the next time we record, we're like, it's just not the same.
It
anymore.
just-
Yeah, fuck this
The
shit.
chemistry's gone.
Oh, what do we do? Do we do like do we do like a divorced episode? Like 1 week it's just me and a guest, and then the next week it's you and a guest?
I don't, Andrew. I swear
Ooh.
there were times when Alex got back from his last underway, I thought I was getting fired. He hardly ever texted me and shit. I thought I was getting fired all the
Yeah.
time, and all he would
Yeah,
talk
because
about
I
is
was
like,
gone.
I'm replacing you. He even put out on the air. He put out,
did.
I'm taking applications for a new co-host. But what I told him at the
forgot.
time,
Keep
too,
him on his
was,
toes.
Dude, that was so funny. That was the best.
Hey, well, here's the deal. He can do that. While he was gone, I turned on 2-factor authentication. And so he can't do shit without me, bitch.
What's funny about that is I did put that out as like a TikTok too. And then randomly, like 6 months ago, my mom goes, "What are you doing to Paul? Why is he getting fired?" And I'm like, "What What are you talking about? And she goes, you're taking a new host. I'm like, Mom, that was like a year and a half ago. And you're just now seeing the TikTok. I didn't tell her it was a joke. I said I tried, but I didn't have any applicants. So he stayed in the job. Those damn union members, you know what I mean? They just lock themselves in and you can't get them out.
I'm here until I'm not here anymore.
That's it. All right. Well, Andrew, we are about ready to hit the most explosive
He
and
has
aggressive.
not even finished his story.
Oh, we've covered
about
stories.
what has brought him here.
On what?
Mean,
what do you want me to answer? My story?
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess.
Hey, no.
What story?
Real quick before we get here, I do have questions about the podcast though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found your podcast in late 2020. I think it is when I found it. Excuse me, I had to cough. You've had some ginormous names on your podcast, and you know it's not easy getting guests in general, but to get some of those guests, like, was this you just throwing darts and being like, "Hey, you want to come on my podcast?" And they're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, it was hustling, dude. It was like, especially the early time, because once you start to get people, it gets easier to get more people, and you get like a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a reputation
Clout.
or whatever, where people like, or they talk and they all know each other, and everybody's 1 degree separation from each other when dang fishing industry. So it's like, you know, someone comes on and it went really well and it was professional, then word makes its way around and people are more likely to like come on and stuff like that. But it took people at the beginning to like take the leap of faith and come on when they didn't have to. Like when we had Bill on, Bill was real early on and Bill didn't have to do that. Like Bill's just a nice guy. And I mean, you got to hustle. I found somebody that I reached out to that knew somebody that knew his daughter. So like I worked it for like 6 months to try and get to the right person to
very Matt Damon of
have
yeah, that's very Goodwill Hunting of you.
Yeah.
Did you have a whiteboard, or were you
or like
on
the
your
strings
window?
or whatever up there? Yeah. No.
Your wife comes in, is like, "What the fuck is that?" She's like, "I'm trying to get Bill Dance on."
Trying to get Bill Dance on.
He just said it though. He said, he just said it. Be professional. That's why the fuck we can't get big.
Well, we can't do it because we also show pictures like this of you licking the window, and it just never works out.
I was trying to wipe off Matt Damon's.
I wasn't ready for that. Oh my god, that was quick.
That's an old one. That's an old school one there.
Yo, I thought I'd bring it back. Doesn't that look
what
like
is
Paul?
that?
It's Paul. It's when he's hungry for food and his wife's in the shower trying to clean up.
Oh,
and he
needs... Actually, that's it. That's what when my wife is like washing her face.
Yep.
She's got soap and stuff on there, and when she finally washes the soap away and she opens her eyes, that's what she sees at the shower door.
And
right
Andrew,
there.
she
yells so off guard. I had no idea it was coming. It's so funny.
Dude, Andrew, she yells at him and she goes, "Get to bed." And then when she gets into bed, this is what she sees. It's just Paul ready to go. He's trying to
What's
show
under
it off.
that blanket fur?
Oh,
I don't understand how we don't get sponsors.
Yeah, speaking of that, Andrew, can you help us get sponsored by Astroglide?
Andrew, we need money, and we think, yeah, dude, the personal lubricant, and it's more than that. You can put it in your boat.
You mean bait fuel?
Exactly.
Yeah, but we want Astroglide. We don't want bait fuel.
Yeah,
they're the same thing.
But I don't know. I've tried both, and
Astroglide probably works better as a fish attractant.
Oh, I thought we were talking about something else.
No.
Oh shit. Well, you know.
All
you
right,
got a head rig, you got to try to do what
this
you
is
can
like
do to
being
make
in a
money.
real life edited TikTok or Facebook reel or something, like where they're popping the pictures up.
That's what we go for.
4 years ago.
Incredible.
We are TikTok 4 years
a real life
ago.
Instagram reel.
Hey, we'll put that in the tagline. Andrew Hayes of Tackle Talk Podcast calls us a real life TikTok video.
after he talked shit about TikTokers for 30 minutes.
Oh shit! That he's talking about us then, Paul. Damn it!
He ain't talking about us because we.
It's not. I mean, to be fair, I've never seen TikTok, so I don't know what
All right.
TikTok
Well,
is.
we
I
ain't
see the
creating
secondhand TikToks when they make their way over to Facebook,
Actually,
and YouTube,
you
and
have
Instagram.
seen a TikTok. You want to know why?
Who are the young college girls going to sleep with?
grows
Who
here
have
in 60
absolutely
years.
seen TikTok. All right. We're going to hit the most explosive, aggressive, possibly aggressive from our audience part of the show. Before we get there, I want to give you a chance to shout out whoever you'd like and where people can find you at.
Yeah. Just thanks to everybody that listens. I appreciate them. Yeah, we're anywhere you listen to podcasts every Tuesday. We upload at midnight. So if you like have to wake up for 3 a.m. for a construction job or something, like it'll be up for you on
My man.
Tuesday
Snaps
morning.
for
Yeah.
Andrew.
So
Snaps
I'm
for
up like pulling the all-nighter on Monday night, like a kid that forgot to study every single week to get it up on Monday night to get ready for Tuesday. But
It's
it will
very
be there
Ohio.
when you wake up on Tuesday.
Andrew, I know your
Ohio, like
podcast-
the bad way of Ohio, like you mentioned
Exactly.
earlier.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. Very Ohio of you.
Andrew, I will say this. I'm going to give you some advice.
Oh.
And I know
Perfect.
you're a much bigger podcast than us, and you do it professionally, and you have some big names on, and your content is helpful to people. They can learn, they can do all that stuff. Fucking quit editing, dude. Just record it and throw it out.
I was waiting for the but.
Yeah.
But
Just don't edit. We don't edit. And look, our podcast gets tens of views a month. So,
this
if
picture.
it's too much, just throw it out there and see what happens. Make sure you shout us out though.
No, I can't do that. I'm a control freak, dude. I'll sit there and like not your shout out. Just I can't upload something without editing it.
Bullshit.
No.
This man's like, I will never ever claim that I was on this.
No.
He's gonna be like, oh,
I answered too fast.
Andrew, I heard you on Bass and Brews. He's like, nah, dude, that
I'll
was
put
Matt
that
Damon
picture up.
pretending to be me.
I can't now.
That was Matt Damon pretending to be me. There's no way.
All right. Well, we're going to hit the patent pending
one more thing.
shotgun round.
One more thing.
It's time.
Boys and girls, let's see how far down the rabbit hole we can go today. Woo! It only takes one.
All right. We are going to hit the patent pending shotgun round. We're going to ask you a rapid fire set of questions. We need you to just answer it. We don't need any dilly-dallying. Just answer the question. And
Any what?
dilly-dallying.
It's
Dilly-dallying.
Diddly-dallying.
It's not diddly. That's
It's
diddy.
diddly.
That's diddy
It's
shit.
dilly dallin.
Oh,
Exactly.
Dilly dallin.
No, speaking of diddlies, Alex told a story. Was that the Patreon? Where
It could have been.
where you got the Diddy bag in the Coast Guard.
Yeah. That's that's on Patreon.
So all right. This is the kind of shit you get on the
Anyways.
Patreon. Is Alex was talking about when he first got in the Coast Guard and he went through boot camp. He got a Diddy bag, y'all.
Yeah.
This is back in like 2002.
Yeah, all the people who are in the military are going to know what you mean. It's not like D-I-D-D-Y. It's D-I-T-Y.
It is 2025. If you say you got a
They
Diddy
should rename
bag,
it. They
Yeah.
should rename it.
if you got a Diddy bag, if somebody says I got a Diddy bag in 2004, they're
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
full
shit,
of
this motherfucker,
Astroglide.
this motherfucker was over
Baby
here
oil.
with some baby oil and some Astroglide and
All right. Do you understand how this is going to work?
I got you.
do you even know what's
Sweet,
happening, Andrew?
Because it's
I don't.
super important because this is going to raise you to the highest levels to become a serious angler or to the lowest lows to the dark waters.
Hey,
I'm ready.
first question. This is off the rails, never been asked
Oh, my
before.
God.
What do you think about the Serious Angler podcast?
Overrated or
Honest-
underrated?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Overrated.
it's overrated. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was
There you go.
pretending to think about it. I was trying to be serious.
They're the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
the worst.
Overrated.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I mean,
1 star.
wow.
Yeah,
Everybody
and his name's
go leave them
Andrew.
a 5-star review.
Yeah, go flood Bailey's reviews right now.
5 stars and then leave the meanest fucking review.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be 5
leave
stars,
actual
though.
5-star, but
Yeah,
Then be
something to
mean.
just troll Bailey in it.
perfect. You gonna spend more on a rod or a reel?
Rod.
Ooh.
Is it Crocs or flops?
Crocs.
Yes, I
All
knew
right.
he was a
I
croc guy.
live in Crocs.
Yeah, he's in Ohio. No shit.
Well,
Like,
yeah, he's creek fishing too. Ain't nobody
Uh-huh.
creek fishing wearing flip flops because your damn foot be slipping out. them bitches all the
Around
time.
here, you can't really wear Crocs creek fishing either. You get leeches.
oh,
Who?
leeches.
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 Oh, you know how to get leeches? Keep leeches from getting on your feet.
Wear not Crocs.
No. Wear your Crocs. Wear your Crocs. What you got to do is you go get it's a 1-to-1 mixture of alcohol of 90% isopropyl alcohol to 1 part motor oil. It don't matter. It could be 10W50.
You put that
whatever,
on you.
W15.
You
what
soaking
you
your
look
feet
like.
in motor oil. God damn it.
No. You don't soak it. You mix it. Alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and
Yeah,
motor
we heard it.
oil.
Yes.
You mix it together, and then you put it from your knees down. You won't get a leech. I promise you.
Huh.
Try it. Take a
Interesting.
video of that and try it.
You also look like that.
Well, he wanted to grow a beard. I
You
mean,
wanted to
you could
grow a
rub some of
beard.
that shit on your face. and
Look,
you'd be
that
hairy
is
as fuck.
Andrew when he finally
That-
grows a beard.
I think that's what I think of when I think of a chupacabra. That's the
it,
picture
man.
I think of. That's a chupacabra right there, locked up in jail.
If you guys don't know, we're showing the picture of the weasel from Suicide Squad licking the
Licking the
window,
window.
scene. Yeah.
For some reason, Alex thinks that's what I look like, but that weasel's way too fucking skinny to be me.
Yeah, every time I've squealed like a little girl in the past hour, it's been because that picture has come of that one right there.
He's literally got to turn away. It's the best thing ever. All right.
Like a jump scare, but for laughing.
I swear to God, that's what I look like when I'm staring at my wife at the shower door. I never put that shit together until just now
Yep.
tonight. That's awesome. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a fat head. Y'all remember fat heads? I don't know if they still make them.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get a fat head of the weasel and just put it on the door of the shower so my wife feels loved.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right. Speaking of
that,
love,
my wife's birthday is today. Happy
Oh, my
42nd
God.
birthday to my wife, Sarah. Snaps for Sarah. Snaps for Sarah. Andrew, you better fucking snap. Don't listen to Alex. He's a bitch.
that's right. We clap. on
She's
this
letting you do
show.
a podcast on her birthday?
Yeah, she's
This
with
is
her
also
boyfriend.
why we started late, Andrew, because it was her birthday.
We started 3
And-
minutes late, if you know what I mean.
At least it started.
I forgot some of these questions. Oh, hey, you're on the water for 3 hours?
5 hours.
5 hours. Would you rather catch 5 2-pounders or
7
one
hours.
7-pounder?
1 7-pounder.
1 7-pounder. Ohio, like, come
Have
on,
you
that's a
ever
beast,
caught
yeah.
a
Never seen a
7-pounder?
7-pounder. My biggest bass is like 6 pounds 12 ounces, I think. So yeah,
All
I
right.
never
Ooh,
You're held a
that's-
7.
That beats Alex.
Nope. 6 pounds, 15 ounces. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
A New Jersey brute. We're not known for our big bass.
No.
You're on your way to the water for a little bit of fishing. Is it hype music or is it slow jams?
Neither. I'm listening to
No, there ain't
probably a
We
podcast.
talked about no.
Hold on,
stop.
hold
We
on,
talked
hold
about
on.
this in the beginning. You
Answer
got
the
to
All right.
question, and then we can diverge after you answer it.
It's probably like something slow. It's country or something.
All right.
No.
Is
Old
it
country.
Hype music, or slow jams.
It's not a slow jam. I don't. Okay, I'll go hype music then. I guess I don't listen to slow jams.
I mean, you
I'm listening to like the
Kenny G.
Temptations on the way to the boat ramp or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
doing
You are
that.
the Kenny
No.
G of bass fishing podcast.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, with that voice and everything, I think you would be really into like Michael Bolton sitting on the dock of the bay on your way to the
No.
water.
Michael
No.
Bolton. That's not Michael Bolton. Does not sing sitting on the dock of the bay. It's
Yes, he
kinda
does.
scary.
No. But then he did a cover of it.
Yeah, that was. I've never heard it, but that's got to be the fucking worst goddamn cover ever. It's Michael Bolton sitting on the dock of the bay. The fuck kind of bullshit? Who let him do that? Who let him record it, and who let him put it out?
Because old
they need to be
ladies
flogged.
loved it. Loved it. Instant cure for menopause. Michael Bolton scene sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah, that's also instant cure for not getting no ass tonight if you put that shit on.
You gonna put
Hey,
pineapple on pizza? Yes or
no?
no?
Hold on.
All
He
right.
said country, so we do have to diverge a little bit.
Okay.
Would you consider Brooks and Dunn hype music?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're the new Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward, I know he's going to listen to this episode.
Andrew, I
Tyler's
tried
gonna
to help
listen.
you out by skipping
No.
the question.
Tyler, you're absolved as the worst fucking answer to this question ever, even though it was a roundabout way that we got Andrew here.
He just it's still Tyler. He's the first one to do it. He didn't up him. He just said the same thing as Tyler. That's doesn't
But
beat it.
Tyler's
Brooks
from
and
North-
Dunn's slow jams?
It's yes.
No, he said it was hype music.
Yeah.
Well, you only gave me 2 options.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, at least Tyler's from North Carolina. At least he's from North Carolina.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're from Ohio.
Yeah, we love Brooks and Dunn. What are you talking about?
I love Brooks and Dunn, but I would never put it in the category of hype music.
Yeah, that's definitely slow jams.
Name a Brooks and Dunn
That's
song.
not slow jams.
Yeah.
What?
Anyways, nothing. Hey,
My Maria, Boot Scootin' Boogie. What are we doing?
Andrew's boot scooting boogieing all the way to the bank.
We can go all the way to
Slap-
Hillbilly Deluxe if we want to.
Boots
We can
Scootin'
go
Boogie
anywhere
all
we
the
want.
way to the bank to slap that damn TikToker in the face and be like, get out of here, bitch.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yeah, I'll eat pineapple on pizza.
Love it.
That's the most Ohio fucking answer we have ever had.
I mean, it's not gonna be a first choice, but yeah, I'll definitely
Right?
eat.
Would you
Pizza
pay
pineapple.
for it? Would you order it and pay for it?
If I was hungry, yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you eat largemouth bass?
No.
Okay.
What? Why?
Why not? Why would you?
Well,
Because that's just delicious.
No. I've never eaten a largemouth bass.
all right.
So I guess I
So
don't
you
know if
don't
it's
know if
delicious
it's
or
good,
not.
right?
Yeah. that's fair.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
also,
hold on.
Andrew.
Andrew, Alex, motherfuckers, quit. This is my time to shine. You understand me? You keep putting up that picture and y'all keep sniggling over here like little fucking 5-year-olds.
It's the
Look,
most
Andrew.
random picture I've ever seen in my entire life.
Welcome to
Dude,
Bassel
not only is
Brews.
it
Yeah.
random,
Okay.
but it's got our logo on it.
Hey, Andrew, bring
Yeah.
your ass down here when Alex
Oh.
comes in April.
Yeah.
Come
we're
on
eating
down.
'em.
And we're going to catch largemouth. And at that time of year, we could catch one with eggs in it.
Yep.
I'm going to cook y'all some fried eggs. And
Caviar.
some deep fried. Well, bass eggs ain't caviar. That's roux or what the fuck ever they call it. I don't
Roe.
know what eggs.
Yeah,
Roe,
roe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter. We're going to eat some fried bass eggs, largemouth bass eggs, and we're going to eat some deep fried bass.
Only 7+ pound though, right? That's all
It
we're
doesn't
gonna eat it
matter.
from.
It's gonna get good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the 3 of us fishing, we just gonna catch and eat whatever we can get our hands on. I'm not sure we're gonna get a 7-pounder, but if
So
we do
I'm
catch
eating
a
a
7,
stick.
8, 9, 10-pounder, we're gonna flay that bitch live on the podcast.
You really eat bass?
We're gonna
does,
eat
not me.
bass.
It's supposed to
We're
be
gonna
good. I mean, you fry any fish, it's gonna
Yeah, I mean,
taste
it's a
good.
fish. It's a white
Yeah.
fish. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. We got 2 more questions. They're all food related at this point because it's
I don't
Bass
know,
and
I
Brews.
think
Why
you
wouldn't
missed
we?
one.
No, I think I got them all. Speaking of,
Drunk will let us know.
he'll let us know. Yeah. Do you eat beaver?
No.
No. Okay.
But Ohio has got.
Stellar
I mean-
beaver. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Real fat
It was
ones
it was
out there.
part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. You know they got beaver up in there.
They're mean.
They can be a lot of snapping.
I've been scared many a times by one.
I've eaten a lot of beaver, and I ain't never had one that was mean. I mean, that's some bullshit right there. Even it's just crazy, man.
You ever
Look.
been chased by one on the kayak?
No, 'cause they don't.
Well, yeah, when
They
come
run
up,
away.
They slap the tail.
They
next
slap
to
the
you.
tail.
Yeah.
yeah,
On a very serious note, that is one of the scariest things on
It
planet
is.
Earth.
you
I
got-
just
When it's
watched-
dark out and a beaver slaps its tail right by your
Oh,
kayak,
yeah.
and it sounds
It
like someone
is.
dropped
It
a
is.
bowling ball in the water, and
Yeah.
you
yeah.
about die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a jumpy person. That shit right there will fucking scare me, even
Yeah.
when I see that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
hate
watched
but
a video
beavers
today
get eaten.
of a
y'all
lady.
Y'all got fat beavers up there. You definitely look. All right, Andrew, you're gonna come down with Alex in April. We're gonna
I'm
eat
not eating
largemouth
beaver
bass.
with you boys.
I'm gonna go trap a beaver, and we're all gonna eat beaver together.
Is that what they look like right there?
That's us.
No.
That's Paul getting the food ready. I can't. All right.
That's about what it looks like when I get the beaver ready.
Oh, the most important question. Every great angler loves a good sandwich. Andrew, what are your top 3 sandwich proteins?
Sandwich proteins.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up like Bailey.
Bailey did fuck this up.
I'm gonna go. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go. Whatever. What's the stuff that's on Reuben?
Pastrami.
Yep.
Sure, that. And I'm gonna go buffalo chicken.
Okay.
Hey, this is
Solid.
the other thing. Y'all come down here. We're gonna eat beaver. We're gonna eat largemouth bass, and I'm gonna have a fresh smoked pastrami, and we're gonna have Reubens on homemade sourdough bread that I made too.
Yeah, Andrew's not coming to that. Hey, thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night or your day, or maybe not. Just have the day you deserve. If you're listening to this show, it's probably a shitty day, but hope
Good listen.
better.
Good listen to Tackle Talk podcast.
Tackle
if
Talk.
you want to hear something really good.
And hopefully within the next couple weeks we hear about micro wrestling. We'll see you.
Brings